Hi, my name is Vishal and I'm a senior trainer in multimedia education. I have 18 years of industry experience, and let's get started with the video. Hello guys, I just wanted to make a video on human body with all the anatomical details, and it was a long pending work I was just trying to put in place. So let's start with the tutorial. So I have collected a reference from internet. I'll be sharing the reference image link to you. You can just check that. So let's get started with that. So I'll be firstly loading the image planes. Okay, so I've got this image plane which I've kept it in my drive. So as I've loaded in the front view, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that image plane. In attribute editor, I just reduce the color again because it's too bright, and then I just keep this image plane in the center and also make sure that it is on the foot is on the grid like that. Okay, and also if you could see, this image plane was scaled to, I'll just put it to 3 units. I'm not precisely modeling it in real-time scale as this is vector, so there is no problem if I don't do. Also later I can scale it to the size what I wanted. So I got this reference which I'm going to model for. So now let's go to the side view. I'll go to the view, image plane, import image, and then load the image here. As you have seen, I'm going to select that image and scale it to 3 units as I've done for the front view image, and I'm going to put this on the grid, and also I'll change the color again for this image. And now what I need to do is I need to select this image plane, move it back, and move this back as well so that it doesn't occlude your work. So firstly, this video I'll just try to cover the pectoralis major, which is the chest muscle. I've been telling that it's all about quad patches in one of my video. You can check that video to understand what is quad patch, and I'll be sharing the description in the link in the description. So what I'll do is I'll start modeling the chest here. So for that I'll be using a simple plane. Okay, so take a plane and then rotate it 90 degrees, and then just put that object like that. I've changed some color settings here for some other work, so I'll just reset it back like what you generally see. So whenever you select a model, the color should be green, which was like, okay, so I'll just set the subdivisions to 2, and then nicely place that along the chest muscle there. Okay, and also come to the side view and then align that with the angle. Okay, now for convenience I'll just choose this layout here, 2 layouts side by side, and also I press Ctrl space to maximize the screen, and then what you are seeing is the front view, and here I bring the side view like that. Now start placing these points with the reference. So select this point, put this in this corner, this one to that corner. So when I put this point here, I need to check where that point is in the side view, and this one is here and this one is here, and I need to just match that. Simple. So the chest lines go side to the deltoids. That is one thing you should keep in mind. So I'm going to put that points in that particular angle. So I'll just select this point and start putting the points like that. Now if you could see, this one again should go to the deltoid starting point, this should go at the armpits, this should go at the right place of the chest. And if you're not able to get it correctly, no problem. Once you start building it, you get things correctly. So I'll be adding more loops to it to get the right shape. Okay, so I'm going to use the insert edge loop tool. Okay, or I can use multi-cut tool, hold control and add a line. So I'm breaking this shape by adding lines here, and then start placing it with the reference. Don't try to don't put too many lines at this point. The reason is you may have to add so many lines further while you are doing the other parts. Okay, now I'll use multi-cut again, and I'll add a line. While using multi-cut, if you hold shift, it will be in the middle, and then here it's middle. So I need to come into this front view, the perspective view, and start defining this shape round. So you need to make it round, and make sure that you're doing in all possible views there. So you try to see your model from the low angle, you see it from the top angle. So it's okay if it's not really finished, or it's not fine, perfectly okay, because we can refine it further. So I'm just selecting this line and just moving it inside just to create that nice depth, and then extrude it into the center and scale it. Okay, while you're using the scale tool, make sure that it is in the world axis, and then to do that, press R and left mouse button. Okay, and then you get a marking menu, choose the world. It was to object, I just changed it to world axis. Okay, then scale it so that it becomes center line. Come to this front view, and then use the grid snap to keep that line precisely in the center. Now once that is done, put the pivot point in the center by pressing D and X, or D or V, DV. I'll open the channel box. I open this using marking menu, not marking menu, the hotbox. So press space bar, click in the zone, and then choose the channel box there. So there's a lot of history. I'm deleting the history, and also I'll use this freeze transformation. Once that is done, go to edit, duplicate special, and then choose number of copies to 1, and then scale X to -1, and then geometry type should be instance, and then you get a copy on this side. And then if you just see, this is what you have got. As I told you, don't worry about what you are getting, just try to do consistently, and then you'll get the result as you keep doing it in the model. So I'll be adding a line here. So I'll use the slide edge tool. For that, I hold shift and right click, and then choose slide edge tool, slide it there, and then start placing the points, and make sure that you are matching the reference. Adjusting the flow is very important here. So here it's straight line, I'm just making it round. That's what I'm doing with these points. Okay, So I'll just try to create some depth to the chest muscle. So I'm going to select this line and then move it like that, and you should be able to see from the bottom here. Okay, firstly I need to merge these 2 points here. Okay, so for that I'm holding shift right click, and then you have merge vertices on the top. Select that, and then you have merge vertices to the center, and that should give the merge there. And from the low angle I could see it's not perfect, or maybe I select this point and then move it. I'll not precisely trace the precisely trace the reference here. I just try to refer it just for the purpose of building it. Later I will see the perspective view to get it correct. Okay, so that was the first phase of the torso. I'll just save this file and then continue the other part with another video, and it's a total series of video. Okay, hello guys, welcome to the part 2 of the series. So in this video let's try to build the later parts of the torso. So I am referring the Anatomy for Sculptors book, and this is a very great book, 1 point of reference for anatomy, and one book can generally solve your lot of anatomical questions and doubts. So I would strongly recommend you to purchase this book, and you can see that in the description. I've shared the link. So I've taken some screenshots from that document, and I'll open that references for you. And what I am doing right now is opening this image in my render view, so that I can generally keep this aside and then just talk to you regarding this. So I think I'll open all one by one. So whenever you're loading this series of images in the render view, I would have opened in the picture viewer, but the problem is whenever I just click Maya, it will just go back. Instead you can use Deskpin app also, but render view should be the right tool without installing the Deskpin. So any image you have loaded, what you have to do is, first let's say I'll open this image, click this button, it will store here, then open the next image, then click, then open, click, open. So we'll be referring all these images. Okay, sometimes I load. Same image again and again. So there you go. So I've got all the images here, so you should able to see that I can slide through and then generally get the references viewed, magnify, and then give a closer look. So firstly we'll try to understand some elements of the torso. What you're able to see here is the skeleton anatomy of the human body, and I would like to mention some landmarks which you generally see in the human body. So firstly there is a bone here which is called clavicle bone. Okay, and this can be touched, you can touch yourself and you can feel the clavicle bone here. This is also one landmark bone which you can touch in the between of the chest or breast. You could see this is called sternum, okay, or people call as breastbone. And this is rib cage. As you could see, a rib cage generally protects the vital organs, and you should able to see arc like shape forming here. This is also a landmark which you can see in lean physics. You have the humerus bone, which is the upper arm, which is again not part of the torso, but somewhere related to the torso modeling. So that's something we should know about the skeleton. And then you should able to see this is this is the sternum bone, and this is the clavicle bone. Clavicle bone is slightly arched from the top view, so you should able to see this small arch. I'll be taking care of that shape also while modeling the thing. So you should able to see while on the muscles on the top, the clavicle and the sternum are quite visible. And in terms of bone anatomy, there's a small pit here between the pectoral muscle and the deltoid muscle. You should feel that slight pit between these two areas. That's also something really important you should take care about. And we have below the the chest muscles. We are not sculpting the model for high frequency details. We are trying to get the bulk forms of it, and I'm trying to get as close as possible with the reference, but not going too much into the high frequency details. Okay, so what you are able to see is the light colored area is basically six pack muscles, or rectus abdominis. Okay, so you should able to see 1 2 3 4 all that muscles. And you have external oblique muscle and serratus anterior, and here you could see trapezius muscle. So all are clearly visible. And if you can generally refer this picture from the Anatomy for Sculptors book, you should able to see every muscle has been nicely named, and you could generally refer them. And we'll follow this guide, and then we'll try to get the result as close as possible. Okay, so let's get started with this. So I'll be coming down to this area today. So let's open the perspective view, and we'll try to, when we take a break, okay, in model, you could able to see mistakes and fix that mistakes. And I should able to see I've created that sternum gap, which is very important, that small little gap. And I'll be selecting these faces, okay, or maybe I can to better understand, you should able to see there is a small gap here. Okay, there's a small gap here. That gap has to be built. So what we will do is we will select that face, okay, and these faces till your abs muscle, okay, and then just move it. And I'm trying to identify that small gap. I'm trying to maintain that, and it should be pretty flat, and you should able to see the way the shape is going. Okay, just a minute. I'm just looking for this grease pencil, okay, and if you could see the shape from the bottom is like this. So generally it should be like a round arc. So this shape, I just wanted to make it round. That's something really I should take care of. So let me fix that thing. So I'm going to select these points and then start making it arc. Okay, so do it like that. So don't care about the reference, that was a 2D drawing, and looking into that model will take you wrong places. So 3D space is very important. How your model has been built in 3D space is the real concern. So I'm just trying to adjust the points from different perspective. Okay, so I've got this, and I'm going to increase this space slightly bigger than in the center. Okay, here this is small and this is large. That's one thing I should really take care of. And you should able to see there is one part of this rectus abdominis. So I'm going to select that. I just maybe I can just select that lines. Okay, and then just hold shift and then drag all the way to the bottom here. Okay, so let's try to make or match the reference like that. And what is really important is it should match the side view. Okay, and now again what I'm going to do, I'm going to just try to make it correct in terms of perspective view is concerned. So I should just make it round again, and then start dividing it. Okay, so abs are basically more organic muscles, so don't try to make it more uniform. You try to keep it very organic by shape. What I mean to say is like modeling soap or shampoo bottle is different from modeling apple. Okay, so they are irregular by shape, so keep it organic as much as possible when you're trying to build this. So one important thing is the sizes. As you see, the first set of muscle is smaller, then the size increased and then further increased, and then it is now one piece. There was a split earlier, but here below the navel you should able to see that's merged into abdomen. So that's really important. So I'm coming into the front view. You can switch off the color management just in case if your picture is too bright. So I'll be taking my take on the sizes and proportions of the chest muscle. The reference what I've taken is just for a guide, a simple guide, but this reference is more important for me. So I'm going to use a multi-cut tool, hold control and then just add a line there. Okay, and I need to adjust these lines like that. Okay, slightly stretched. As I was telling you, I just wanted this to be slightly smaller in comparative to the abs which are below. Okay, and let's try to add one more which is slightly bigger than this. Okay, I could see it's slightly big. Whenever you're adding lines, make sure that you're adjusting them. And then I'll add one more line, and this time let's put it to the navel. So this as you could see, the pegs are not correctly placed, so I'm just putting here. I hold control roughly here. If you could see external oblique curve some. Okay, so I just try to put this is external oblique, and I just try to put the navel point here. Okay, that's good. And then you have navel sitting at this place, and this looks like a stylized body figure because you could see this huge abdomen from the navel in terms of this arrangement. So fine, no problem. So what we will do is we'll try to put details, add lines into it. Okay, and you should able to see the second ab has got slight volume here. This is where the rib cage is visible, so we need to take care of this detail also while you're sculpting it, not in terms of the flow. So let's try to add lines. I'm holding control, and then if I hold shift, it will be precisely like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. So if you want to keep them in the middle, you can generally do it. Okay, so once that is done, I'll just try to keep this lines a little bit closer. Again, it's my take. Now, even if, let's say, if it's not looking great at this point, don't worry, because your model is not completed at this level. We have to, refine it until we get the right result. Okay, so don't worry about how things are coming. Just see what you can do best. So if you want to add that slight volume of the abs, so you can select that faces. Okay, select that faces and then extrude them. So I'm holding shift and then drag and then scale it. Now I'll just take the side view. Okay, and then try to make this look more organic. So generally the abs, what I do, will have a slight gravity to this. So if I generally make it like this, so you don't have the gravity, so the lower end is more bulged than the top end, so that I'm just taking care of the abs. I need to clear it. I'll assign a simple Phong shader and just give a gray color. I will delete the history and then just keep it slightly dark. You can press 3 and just have a look on the model what you're getting. So again, don't worry about what's coming up at this level, because all you can refine it further once you keep doing it. So I'm going to select here. I'll be adding a line, okay, or few lines. So I'm going to use this. Okay, so I just wanted that nice gap coming here, and then extrude it. And if you feel that that lines are not really working or helping you, don't worry, again we can delete and fix things. So I'll just keep the gap between these abs very close, so I need to push these points as close as possible. Just see what's coming up, and as I told you, try to keep things more organic. Okay, I will add a line here also. Again, it's giving me that shape, so I need to fix that. Try to relax these points here. I will add a line again here and select the faces. Extrude and scale. All the shapes should be round. And I don't want too much gap coming between these two ab muscles. Just go and check, and if you feel it's too strong, you can relax it with the sculpt tool. Just you need to select the sculpting tool and you have this relax tool, and then just try to relax like that. It gives that low amount of extrusion. Sculpting and fine tuning is definitely on the way, so we are just trying to build the flow and volumes. So it's too early to get into the details. So I'm going to add a few lines here. So I'm going to put a line there like that. And just try to build the navel. As this muscle is too big, so I need to add more lines. So I'm double clicking this line, hold shift and right click, and then say bevel edge. That single line turns into double line. So that's quick way how I add lines without affecting the shape. So, and this line is important because I'm going to modify this again. Go to the low view and then see how these lines are in reference with the details we have here. I'm using arrows to shift from one point to the other point like that. So I was the reason this line is now helpful, I just try to create that gap for the navel, and then I can generally get the navel built here. Okay, so I'll be adding a line which is going to be like that, and then again you can refer navels for, I mean it is person to person very different, so try to get as close as possible. I'm deleting that faces, and when I scale the faces, that points went off center, so just need to I'm using the grid snap for it, and then let's see what I get. Again, this is just a flow, don't worry about the way it is looking, completely ignore it, just we'll refine it as we go further, adding more details. So for getting the volume for the the abdomen, sorry, I'll have to manually create the loops what we get in extrude, because as I'm doing the left and right, so extrusion here can be possible but full extrusion is not possible. So I'm using multi-cut tool and then manually drawing that flow to get that complete extrusion there. Like that. So that is a full extrusion. Now I can add lines, so I'm using the multi-cut tool. I'm adding at least 3 lines here and just trying to get that nice organic roundness. Here, so abdomen will be slightly bulged at the bottom here. Again, as I told, it should look round. I just make it slightly arched. I also make a hardened edge. A hardened edge or softened edge are the tools which I use often, because when your model is having the soft edge and some parts of the model has been extruded and that becomes hard, then the model looks odd. So I prefer to keep either hard or soft edged model. Okay, so I got some features as per the placement what I was expecting. Now one thing I should able to do is like the flow of the other side of the model should go like this. So I'll again take the grease pencil, so the flow should go this way, and it's like this is the sun. Again, it's in oval shape, all the sun rays. So that's the flow what I prefer to get at this point. So it's very simple to do with what I have got right now. So I'm going to select all the lines, till there, and then move it, and then it's simple. Okay, so just do that. And what you need to do is you need to again respect the shape in 3D space, and then start making them uniform. So the points should be uniformly spaced. So I'm moving them like that. I will merge these 2 points. There is slight zigzag on all areas, so just try to fix that. Again, go to mesh display and then apply soften edge like that. Okay, and you should able to see the flow. This flow will come here, and that flow, I'll just take the grease pencil, so this flow will go like that, and that will go like that. So that's something which I expect here. So I'm roughly selecting till this point. Actually the middle part of this app, the second app where the ribs are ending, but I will select as per this reference here. And I'm just putting that like that. Again, just try to keep it I mean in respect with the pectoral muscles. Just I'm dragging it that way. Okay, you can use the scale tool to match the reference again, and then start taking that along with the chest muscle. Okay, so like that. So here under the arm, I'll just again the trapezius, sorry, the latissimus dorsi muscle will flow like that. So we have to connect this muscle still here, and then you should able to end up that flow there. So it's like just connecting them, and then you're almost done for this part. And you could see some gap here between the rectus abdominis and external oblique. So we'll try to build that volume. And what happens when it goes back, that only can be learnt once we start doing the back side of this torso. So let's see that as we progress further. Now I need to adjust the placement of this, again respecting this torso flow. I'll be using the append to polygon tool and then start filling this gap like that, and then connect that lines with the multi-cut tool. So there is a huge stress in the points. Relax them. Okay, I could see the faces are too long, so for that I'll be using the slide edge tool here first and add a few lines. Okay, I just wanted it to be more denser, so adding more lines at this point like that. I'm applying bevel so that, as I told, that's my trick to add line in a model without affecting the curvatures. That goes good. There are too many lines in this particular area because we have added lines here. So there's a trick here that you can merge 3 lines and then, you know, delete the alternate line like that. That's a trick you can generally use anytime, and then delete this particular face to reduce the density of the polygons, what's going on there. So how does that will work, I'll tell you. Generally when you have too many lines coming like that, okay, so this lines has to be reduced to 1, so you do that. There are 3 lines here, so what you need to do is that 3 lines will become 1 line, so you connect that like that, so that becomes a quad, and there is a single line going on. So that's a trick you can use. Some riggers suggest you not to use them. In that case, try some other technique of sorting out the flow. There are definitely different ways to handle that, and it's not a tough job to do at all, and we can do it without any issue. So you could able to see this side view, and that thin sheath is the rectus abdominis, and this is the external oblique. Okay, and that external oblique I can generally build. So I'm going to select this. Okay, as I told here, this is rib cage, which has got slight volume of external oblique. So what I have to do is, okay, so that's the gap between the abs muscle. That's the, so I'm going to slide it and then add a line. So how I'm adding this line, I select one edge, hold control right click to ring utilities and to edge ring split from the marking menu, and that will generally give me some volume if I just move that like that and then like that. That separation I get it here. Okay, and I just wanted to delete this line here like that, and then connect it this way, and then just slightly make this round. I'm trying to get the volumes of the okay, that volume is what I'm trying to get. Okay, so you there's a small dent like thing. I just try to give that bulge. The density what I have got here, this part, it's not seen here, so I'm going to select the line and slide it, and then here I'll add a line. Okay, so that makes it more uniform. As I told you, when I model, okay, I make sure that the quads are more square than rectangle, so that's something really important. So going good all the way. I'm going to select all that. Okay, this has to be slightly inside, and then I'll just move it down. So if you could carefully look, there is a white line here, that is pelvic bone. That's a landmark again, and it's taking this shape. So I would show you what exactly it looks like. So I want this to be going this way. Okay, so I need to pull all that points like that, and also you should able to see there is a slight volume getting built here like that, and that volume gives that nice shape to the torso. So let me put the points the way I was expecting it, like that. Okay, this is the gap and this is the volume I should build. So I have to add lines here. So I'm using the multi-cut tool and then make it round like that. Okay, so let's first merge to fix things. So how many lines we have this side? I'm going to add that many lines and then start merging them. And then here I'm going to delete this line and connect it like that. So what happens with that is sorry, this is this way. So if you feel that this external oblique sculpting is not going correct, so you can use the sculpting tool. Okay, right now it's the default sculpting mode, so I'm holding control and then pushing that and then smoothing out and then bringing up. I use the tool settings, and the strength I'll just put it to 0.1, and then you can increase the brush size and then just get that. External oblique volume. Okay, so this physique is bulky, so perfectly okay to get that broad torso. I sometimes keep the harder edge model and then try to understand the volumes. And also I see it in the smooth way, I see it in the hard way, and try to understand what's going on there. And I keep rotating it from different views and see where I can fix things. I hope this looks nice at this level. So we will try to do the back side of the torso in the next video. So let's do the deltoid of this model, which is in the third part. So deltoids are generally the shoulder cups, popularly known. So we are going to build this part, and as you could see, even the clavicle part has to be done. So I'm going to do this area and then cover that deltoids. So a clavicle bone is slightly arched, so I keep that in mind, and then adjust certain points here one by one. Okay, it should be slightly arched like that. Once you have done this adjustment, you can also do the adjustment of the vertices which are falling here, okay, in the middle. Okay, so I've adjusted the clavicle as per the clavicle bone. Okay, now if you could see, this is the shoulder cup and the flow extends that way. So I'm going to select these lines, okay, and then extrude it like that and match to the outline. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this and then put it in the middle and make sure that it's in straight line, and then just place it somewhere here. Okay, so let's have a look on the deltoid carefully. So if you could see, deltoid is connected to the clavicle, okay, and there is a small pit which I was talking, a small cavity there, and then it extends to the upper part of the arm. And then if you could see, this is like a drop shape. Okay, but this drop is reverse, so this is the shape what I need to get for the deltoid. Okay. So I'll be adding some lines here. So I use multi-cut and then add a line and then bring it forward. Just it makes the whole thing look round. And I will add a bevel, which will, without affecting that, it gives a roundness. So I'm going to choose okay. So I will select these lines and then just move it back side. Okay, this goes to the back side of the model. So I have got the reference here for the background also. So I'll load the reference. So if you could see, we have 3 orthographic views. Okay, so one is the front, the side and the top. So in the front I need to create one more orthographic view, and I'll create that by panels, orthographic, okay, new, back. Okay, so this gives you a new camera. Let me have a look on outliner, and sometimes I accidentally create cameras, so I delete. There's a camera called bottom. Let's delete. So go to panels, orthographic, new, back. So you should be able to see that back view. Okay, and let's load the image in this back view. Okay, that's the image. If you remember, this particular image was scaled to 3. So I'll select this image and then put it to 3. Okay, now the issue is like we need to properly place this references. Okay, so I'll bring up all the cameras, and you should be able to see this is the back camera. You could able to see that camera here. Okay, this is back camera, and also select the front camera. I don't know where it is, here. Okay, so one thing you should adjust here is, this is the front camera, this is carrying this image plane. Okay, so between camera and the image plane is the model. Okay, camera, its image plane and the model. Now this is the back camera and this is the image plane. Now what I need to do is bring it here. Now the problem is, when the back camera is seeing the model and it has a reference, okay, but what is coming in the middle is the image plane. So what you need to do is, you need to push that beyond the image plane. So this camera is not blocked by any image plane. So camera sees the model, and after that you got image plane. Very similarly, camera you have here, image plane should be behind that. Okay, so camera sees the model and there's image plane, there's nothing in the middle. So let me come to the front view. I could see the image plane. Okay, let me go to the back view and there's an image plane, and you should be able to see that's back image and that's a back side of the model. Okay, let me go the other way. Try to put this image plane before the cameras. Okay, now let me see the front view. You should be able to see in the front view I am not able to see the model, and the reason is this image plane is blocking it. Very similarly, I'll go to the back view. Again, I'm not able to see the things. Okay, so select that image plane and then try to match it, and then move it behind the cameras. Okay, this is camera. Okay, you need to understand that. So front view, so you have back view. Okay, back view perfectly loaded. So I select that image plane, go to the attribute editor and just make it dark as we are doing it. Okay, so when you are modeling, this part might be too much disturbing your view. In that case, you can select the model and you can go to display polygons and enable backface culling to avoid any issues. Okay, so for time being, I switch off the polygon display here and then try to talk about the deltoids a little bit. So so you could see here, this is the reference what I am modeling, and here is what I've got some anatomical reference, and you should be able to see this white part is the scapula, which is a shoulder blade. It's a model, it's a bone on the back side of the rib cage, just like clavicle is on the front side of the model. You should be able to see the clavicle is on the front side. On the back side you got the scapula. Okay, now you need to keep that scapula angle in mind in the neutral pose. Okay, that angle, and that is where the deltoids start. Above that scapula, what you are able to see is the muscle called trapezius muscle. Okay, so here we have a gap. That's again you can touch and feel in your neck also. That is the spinal cord bone. So you got the vertebra, which is cervical vertebra, then you got thoracic, then you got lumbar vertebra. That spinal cord is divided into three. So the cervical vertebra's I think 9th vertebra landmark point it is. So from there you got this small rhombus shape pit, and then you got the muscles from the bottom of the skull. Okay, and this muscle is visible from the front side also here. Okay, so we'll take care of that while we doing this thing, but right now I need to concentrate on this muscle. So I just go here, and as you were seeing, this is very important, the angle of the scapula, the shoulder blade, and this one. Okay, so as I told you, this looks like a water drop but in a reverse side. And also go to the side view and then see where this line is. Sometimes backface culling can create a big problem. So I'll go to the display polygons, I switch off the backface culling and then select that vertex points and then go to the side view and then match that roundness. So I'll just try to make it round. So I'm going to select that edge and then bevel it. I'll use the slide edge tool. And then again slide edge tool there. Okay, don't worry about what's happening with the model here at this level, because it's too early to figure out what's going wrong with your model. So just keep it simple, don't complicate it. So that's deltoid for you. Hello guys, let's see the trapezius muscle, which is on the back side of the human body. If you could see, I've done the front pectoral muscles or pectoralis major, and we have some block for the deltoid muscle, the shoulder cups. To that extension, now we are going to do the trapezius muscle. So I'm going to pick the back view and I'll talk a little bit about trapezius muscle. If you could see here, this is coming from the bottom of the skull, from the back side. It starts from there. I think I can show you a better image here. Okay, it starts from the bottom of the skull, so it all the way comes down, and you should able to see some nice landmarks here, which is the bone landmarks, the vertebra visible there, and it's very prominent here. It's very wide, and then you could see the later vertebra also. You're getting that nice shapes. It's going to the scapula, and from scapula it extending till the center of the spine here. Okay, and you should able to see there is a split here. You get a sort of split like shape, a small separation. You should able to see that. Okay, so these are few observations about modeling the trapezius. So let's get started with that. So I'm going to select the midline here, this one, go to the back view and start extending that through the outline of the neck here. Okay, so that generally takes you through the flow. As I told you, it should go till the bottom of the skull. So I'll go to the side view and see what's happening there. So this line has to go like that. Okay, that way. So let's try to match the side view reference here, and also respect the flow of the polygons in the side view as well, like that. And one thing, if you could see, there's a line given here, so I'm going to extend this line till there, and then just match that line too, like that. If you just keep the references on for the front view, you should able to see that's visible from the front, which is this muzzle. Okay, so I'll come to the front view, and this line should slightly come inside, like that. So I just select this model, display polygons, backface culling off, so you should able to see the flow. Go to the back view. Sometimes the front and back views doesn't match, so it's okay. You need to respect any of that vertex only. In the perspective view. So I'm going to select these 3 lines. I'm going to back view again, and then just drag it till here, till this point, and then move these points like that. Now in the side view, just try to match it like that. I'll merge the vertex points, shift right click, and then merge the vertex points. And here also I need to merge these 2 vertex points, shift right click, and then you got the merge vertices to the center. So come back to the back view here and start adding more lines here. So select that lines, extrude till this point, and then move the points like that. Merge the 2 vertices and then go back to the back and also the side view. Okay, if you could able to see, these points are going in. And then start bringing these lines also. This is the deltoid outline, so select that and then move it to the center like that. I'm going to select this side and then try to make it round. And then start connecting these lines. So I'm using this insert edge loop tool. And just connect these lines here. Merge, merge, and merge. Okay, so getting that nice back flow here, which is the trapezius. And now I'm going to select these lines and extrude it to the center. Make sure that you are scaling it to the straight line, and use a grit snap and then slightly move it inside to give that cavity which you generally have in the back. Now start sculpting the points to get that nice volume. I'll open the reference and then see what's happening here with the trapezius muscle. So you should able to see that is forming a trapezium shape. Let me show you. Okay, this is a shape which is generally it's taking up. So if you could see, this part is connected with the deltoids, and we have a split here like that. Now here you got that shape which I have done. Okay, now from there it should go like that, so this way. Now what happens here is you have a group of muscles like rhomboid muscle, teres minor muscle. So you got all that muscles here which we can generally create in the later part. So we have to extend our muscle till here. Okay, so I'll go to the back view. Let me open outliner and see there is a back one camera which I have created. What is this then? Okay, this is perspective. I am going to hide it. I think I should hide all these cameras. Okay, now I'm going to select these all lines. See the trapezius muscle is very short. I'll just think I'm just trying to see where this is going. Fine, I could see from this triceps muscle detail it's straight, so I'm just trying to roughly put that till there. Okay, that's where I want to stop it, and then go to the side view and then just try to make it inside, and then start moving these points into the shape what this muscle should look like. Okay, we have to use the multi-cut tool and then start cutting this faces. And I'll just try to move this point so that I get some flow there. Like that. So I'm using the split polygon tool and then fix the flow. Like that, and start adding lines. So I'm using the multi-cut tool and adding lines there. When I've added the lines, I need to adjust the spacing. So I'm using the slide edge tool here, like that. Let's add a line here. Which gives that nice depth here, okay? Like that. And this line I'll be sliding. Not sliding, I need to move it to give that shape. Here I need to relax the points because it's creating a very sharp detail, like that. The density of the lines can be further added when we start building our arm, but it's right now perfectly okay to ignore. I'm just trying to move this joint to from one level to other level because I'm just thinking about this set of muscles which are basically starting from this point here. So these are the places where I get that. So I have to merge these two vertex points and then add a line here and then again merge them. I'm just taking that nice roundness on the bottom. Again, this area is very unique in terms of, you know, the details, and the reason is generally when we close our shoulder blades, open our shoulder blades, certain times shoulder blades will become so prominent. So it depends on the pose what we are actually dealing. So Just to fix the triangle, I have to add this line. This area gets more lines, don't worry. And I'm not adding lines at this point because when we start building the arm, it automatically goes there. So I'm keeping that thing in mind, and I'm not really adding lines at this point. Okay, so that's the trapezius muscle for you, with some groups which are basically rhomboid, teres minor and teres major muscles which are there here. So I've just created that space for them. And now after this we have the latissimus dorsi muscle and thoracolumbar fascia muscles to be built here, which I'll continue in the next video. Stay tuned. In this video, let's have a look on the backside part of the torso, which is the latissimus dorsi muscle. So I've just created some space here for a group of muscles. This one is basically called as infraspinatus muscle, and we have teres major muscle, teres minor, and rhomboid muscles. Okay, and this one is latissimus dorsi, the big part. Generally people call it as lats. And then we have thoracolumbar fascia muscle, which is on the lower side of the model. So we have thoracolumbar fascia muscle, and this is external oblique. So you should able to see I've got some references and their placements, and let's see to build this muscle here. So if you could able to see here, and I'm going to select this all lines here. Okay, and then extrude it like that, and these muscles should come here like that. Okay, so I just start connecting them. You get that a clear separation of this latissimus dorsi here. So I need to add lines, so I'm using the insert edge loop tool, and then break that shape to the right volume. Okay, I will assign the default Lambert shader. Now I should be able to see that clearly. So I'm using the multi-cut tool, and I'm putting a line in the middle, and then further break it so that you get more control over the shape. So I need to add lines here. So I'm using the multi-cut tool, put a line in the middle, and then just break the shape. So that looks good. So I need to slide this and then start merging the vertex points. Okay, so that gives that nice slats. I select this line and then just make it a little bit wide. Then I'm going to select these lines on the bottom, this, and then just move it down. So come to the back view and then move it till the glutes. Display polygons, back face culling, and then start moving the points to match with the reference. I'm using the append to polygon tool and then just click like that, and then start connecting these lines. Let me delete these lines here which are making them triangulated. One thing I need to do is I have to select these lines and then move it to the reference and match all these lines here. I'm using the soft selection tool and then just moving it. Now we start connecting these lines here. So I'm going to select these points and I'm going to open this up. I just wanted an open arm here. Just wanted to model the armpit areas. Let's merge these vertex points. I'll add a line and then merge them too. I'll add one more line here, and I just make sure that this line takes a turn here. So I'll be adding a line, and this one will generally be coming outside. I'll use the slide edge tool. Then you get that nice volume there. I apply the soft selection and then just move it down. And then adjust it. So I'm moving it further in because I just wanted this loop in the armpit. So I'm going to select the model and then switch off back face sculling. I'm going to move this point inside. And then merge these vertex points. Apply fill hole and then start connecting the lines. So I'm using the multi-cut tool and then just connect them. And then you get this result. I'm going to use append to polygon tool to fill this line. I need to merge this vertex point there. So I'm using the target well and then merging it. And the reason is I just wanted to bring that arm outside. For convenience, I'll be using this tool called circularize, just to make it very quickly into a circle. As I told you, I'm going to move this there, and I'm going to rotate it like that. Just I want the arms to be wide open. like that, and then start adjusting the points accordingly. I'm using the soft selection to quickly adjust points. Then I'm using this soft sculpt tool, and then hold shift and then just quickly sculpt it. And when I add lines here, then if I add sculpt tool, the relax tool will behave differently. So you can go to the sculpt category and use tools like grab, and then push pull the points as you wanted them. So you should be able to see that I've got a nice Latissimus Dorsi muscle on the back side, and we have to just give some details here, and then we have the thoracolumbar fascia here on the bottom. I just start subdividing these lines here. So I'm using the multi-cut tool and then start placing a few lines there, and just start connecting them with the front lines here. So I'll be using this tool, multi-cut, and then start connecting them one after other. I'll be using the merge vertex tools and start merging them. Okay, so I've got sufficient lines, and I need to just do the sculpting quickly. Just relax them like that. And then you can use the sculpt tool. Using the tool settings, you have the strength of 0.1. just start adding that. A little bit of volume there. So I'll assign this blend shader and just check the result what I've got. Okay, I'm just trying to place the lines in the right place. Once all the lines fall into the place, we start adding sculpting details. Generally we call it as push pull the vertex, sculpting, and then fine tuning the details as we want. Mainly I'm just concentrating on the lines to be in the place. Okay, so that's what it's about. In this video we will do the neck part, and especially the front side. So back side of the neck, you have seen we have trapezius muscle and with some details of the vertebra. So what happens in the front side of the neck, we'll try to understand. Again, I've collected some references here. So this is I've collected from Anatomy from Sculptors, and I recommend you the book for better modeling, and I've shared the link in the description where you can buy that book. And you could see the trapezius getting that fold till here, and there's a gap between this, which also happening in my reference which I've collected from. You should able to see that separation there. So what is this muscle here? This is sternocleidomastoid muscle, and I have more references of this muscle. You could see it starts from the mastoid process of the skull, which you can touch a ball like structure behind the ear, and then you could generally see that is all the way extending to the clavicle bone nearly about sternum. So that's how it is. So you could able to see that nice definition in both the references what we have got. And we have Adam's apple, laryngeal prominence in the throat, surrounded by some muscles. So I'll just scroll down and you should able to see that detail. So this is bottom part of the mandible, which you could see we have extended it, and this is the throat area. You could see some thyroid glands here around it, and you could see a small pit like detail. So I try to recreate this whole flow, keeping this reference in mind. So that's the back part of the neck, and this is the side part of the neck you should able to see. So keep this reference in handy. You need not worry about all that small muscle groups what we have, because as we are modeling it and then we are closely looking into the landmarks of the body. So I'm going to select these lines here, these two lines, and then extend that till there, and make sure that it is like that. So I'll be moving this line a little bit onto the, okay, let me choose 2 panels, and then keep that handy, side view and the front view, and then just rotate it like that. Okay, now I need to divide this line here. I'll assign a shader which is Lambert 1, and then you could able to see it nicely. And then I'll switch off the color management, just for you to see the wireframe properly. I'll also switch off the channel box here. Now let's put this down, and then we'll add a line in this center. So I hold Control, right click, to edge ring utilities and to split the ring. And once that line has been achieved, I'm just moving it like that, and then select that lines, and then okay, this line is too thick, so I'm using the slide edge tool and then adding the line again and then slide it further, and these lines I'll be selecting and extruding it all the way here to the sternum and clavicle. So let's put it this way here and then connect it. Okay, so you should able to see how I brought this line here. Once that is done, I will add a line here and then start connecting this vertex points at this point. So I'm going to use the target weld and then connect it like that. Okay, so just try to adjust these points and then break this shape. Furthermore, so this lines has to be relaxed. Like that. I'm going to extrude this further and then snap it there and merge that. Let me put this reference close, and you should able to see it's traveling parallel but taking a split there. Okay, so I need to just widen it up like that. Okay, and make sure to add a few lines there. And then just extrude that and then merge it. Like that. I can maybe put it this way, and then I'll add a line in the middle and then merge them. Okay, and then merge these two lines and then delete one of the line there. Then apply fill hole like that. Slightly I'll extrude it and then scale it. So I'll just check if any of the line can be deleted. Not possible, so I'm going to select that line and then merge it like that. You can make this triangle into a quad just by adding a line there. I'll use this sculpt tool and then slightly relax that area and then just create that slight dent cavities, sorry. Let's see what it will end up. We'll wait until this model is done. So we have this deltoids here, so we need to explore this deltoids. You could see that deltoid is ending up like that, this shape. So this deltoids need to be taken care of. I could see the trapezius muscle is always coming till the total deltoid, so it should be here. So I'm going to take that line and then connect it till the deltoid here. That's really important. So I'm going to select that line and delete, and then start building up the flow like that. Okay, so that's the trapezius muscle for you till the deltoids. The blue part is the trapezius and the red part is the deltoid muscle. It's good to have a ring loop, so I'm going to select these two faces and then grow selection till the deltoids here. Let me delete this line. As I told you, the situation can demand more lines here, so I'm using that. That's why I've not added too many lines in the previous video. If you find any triangles anywhere, unsolved faces, don't worry, it gets solved automatically as we start building the model to more details. So I'm going to extrude it and then just scale just to add that nice line around the deltoids. And then use the sculpt tool and then just relax that line. That line is important for me to get that separation of the deltoids and trapezius muscle and other muscle groups which are bounding the deltoid. Okay. Now we just try to connect all these lines. Okay, we'll be using the sculpt tool and then just relax that. I'm going to bring this total lines little bit inside to give that nice separation between these muscles. Okay, the sterno muscle and trapezius muscle. I just want to refine this loops here. I just wanted to take this loop further till here. I'll take this line and then connect here, leave it there. So 5-sided and 3-sided face will be solved. Now I also try to fix this line here, which is the collar bone. So we need a line here, or maybe you can just push these lines inside. And this one I just move it outside just to create that collarbone prominence. Maybe I think about adding lines while I go further. Right now I just leave it like that. I'm selecting this line here, okay, and I'm just moving it into the center using the grid snap and then matching it with the throat, and start adding more lines here. So I'm using the multi-cut tool and then adding line with holding control. So you need to imagine that the mandible shape here. So I'm using this line again. Then I will extrude it down, okay, and try to create that nice landmarks, which are basically like Adam's apple So we don't have much of reference help here. So I'm using the target weld tool and then just merging them, and then apply fill hole by selecting that border. Then start connecting the lines with the multi-cut tool. I'm just holding control and seeing if I could add a line here. And then now connect this line from there. Again, make sure that the mandible shape is going correct. I can select these lines and then just extrude it further for the bottom of the mandible, the chin, jawline. I'll be adding line here. And I just extrude this like that, and then connect these two things with the bridge tool and then apply fill hole. I'm using the multi-cut tool and then breaking this shape further. We'll try to close these lines which are there here. I don't want this line going all the way down. It's going all the way to the stomach, but the flow is So in this case you can generally connect it till there, and then select this, and we have this tool called flip triangle edge, spin edge backward. Use that. You can use Control Alt and left button, and then start spinning this loops, and then change the flow of this direction, and then that's solved. And you got a triangle here. It's very simple to fix. Just add a line. That's it. Now once you have got this, I'm going to use the sculpt tool and then just relax it. Okay. You can use tools like grab also, and then start tweaking the points. Deltoid looks for a line. There's a triangle here. I'm going to delete that and then take it forward. So I'm using the slide edge tool. They are not merged. And just trying to average that line. And this line here should also be relaxed. I'm using this grid snap and then snap it to the center. I don't want the gaps to be there. So this faces looks too big. That faces need more lines. So I'm going to select this line and then bevel it. Then slide this edge a little bit. And then use the hard edge tool and then sculpt it. I need some clavicle bone lines also. We'll be doing that. This line has to be pulled out. So if I just press 3, this is what I've got here. You can use a multi-cut tool. And then take this U-turn. Now using that you get this nice So that is what we have got here for the neck part, front and back, and then we'll add more details to other parts of the body in coming video.